Sally McInerney here from Croakey.
Oh, you're not.
And I'm at
You
the
are
poster
not.
presentations
You
at the
are
Norwich Institute's International Conference. Hello, Richard. Lovely to see you.
Hi,
Are you
Mary.
barely seeing each other today?
Yes.
Or 14 or 15 times?
Yes.
Are you doing a periscope?
I'm periscoping now. Would you like to introduce me to your poster? I haven't got time.
No,
really.
can you get Richard to talk about it?
Richard?
Come on, Richard was just talking about it. I'll come
Oh,
with you.
yeah,
I'll come
yeah,
with you.
yes,
we'll
thank
talk
you.
together. Because Richard had a really important role, not just on that day, but particularly on that day.
This piece of work, I mean, this is a bit of the process of putting the PhD together, but the piece of work, the content of it is around these things called lock hospitals, which is again a part of the unknown colonising history of this nation. And we started off with a lock hospital in Carnarvon, off Carnarvon in Western Australia, and then we found another one off Palm Island in Townsville. Then we found a whole lot of them around the country. So it's an unknown history, and this is part of this explains some of the process of developing the PhD. And the bit that I found really important in the process was this bit, the yarning circle, where Mel was presenting the findings and what's coming out of the work that she'd done, but we were able to sit around in a circle and talk about it, which was a major departure from the way universities run these things. And I didn't realise it at the time because we're so used to just doing yarning circles in our in our communities. It's just a part of the way we share knowledge and develop our understanding and try and solve problems and issues. So when we did this, it was quite natural for the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders in the room to be doing it, but I didn't realise at the time what a struggle it was to get the uni to accept it and understand it. So it's all credit to Mel to really be persistent about it.
Can you explain what were the issues around that?
Can I introduce Alwin Chong?
Ask him.
Come on, Alwin. So Alwin, together with Richard,
that's just temporary.
have been, just such an important part of the whole research project, and much more than that as well, because it's been wonderful developing relationships with you both and getting to know you.
I've not worked in the academy, so I don't know these sort of things. This fella has worked in the academy, and he knows
Alwin
what a
came up
departure
from
the
Adelaide
yarning
for the yarning circle. Alwin, has been very generous giving up days to
So
come
you're
and
taping?
participate. This
Is that all right?
This
We're
is
going
actually
live.
live.
Okay, so I got to stop swearing.
Does your employer know you're here?
Richard was just saying about the yarning circle being sort of something that universities are not used to as a methodology. Yeah. How did
Well, I think there's two things about the stuff that happened in Canberra, because we were talking about decolonising process. So that in itself is pretty unusual for academics, to talk about. So it's more of an Aboriginal or Indigenous push to start trying to get an Indigenous voice there. So the yarning circle was an opportunity for us to get an Indigenous. So when you reframe the colonisation process, the yarning circle is an opportunity to get an Indigenous presence into the history. So with Melissa's stuff, she's going to decolonise history, or decolonise how people are perceived. So the yarning circle is just an opportunity to get more Aboriginal voices in there, so you get a balanced view about history then.
and how do you think that could lead further research?
Well, I think the whole idea is to try and look at the black and white history of Australia. That's the broad picture here, and so you're getting more people to start thinking about Australia as a black and white history, and then when you start doing that, you then start unpacking a lot of the policies and a lot of the practices that's gone on after that 1788. So I think that's where more history will looked at. So the anthropological model of looking at history isn't just the only way to look at history. It's become the popular way, it's become the accepted way, but I think more research will probably change that around now too.
And presenting it here at an Indigenous health research conference in that kind of space, what are the main messages here to try and get across?
Well, I think identity. I think